And you know, we look at the what happened last night as well too. The Raptors, right? We saw the Raptors. we saw now that we transitioned to the Lakers. We're on the road facing the Raptors, and you know, the Raptors in general, they had a struggle game, right? But mainly, you know, the Lakers came in, you already know AD and LeBron are still injured, right? But they came in with a starting lineup of Schroder, Gasol at the center because, you know, Drummond's injured as well. So their big three is basically injured. And you have Schroder, KCP, Gasol, Kuzma, Markieff. So when you look at it, like, that's not obviously a lineup where it's like, oh my God, what's going on here? But they're not scrubs. Don't get it twisted. They're not scrubs. But what happened here in this game, it was kind of unfortunate because the game plan that the Raptors actually played, normally I say adjust and read and react, but this is the one team, like, without AD and LeBron and without that, they struggle shooting. Like, the Lakers aren't an elite three-point shooting team. So as a team collectively. So when you look at that, the game plan should be pre-rotate, you know, over help, or like when they attack the paint, because they're a paint dominant team. When they attack the paint, over help and all that type of stuff. And they kept kicking it out, and mans are just splashy if you ask me. So like, that should be the proper game plan. But this time it didn't work, and they were just hitting off the jump. They were hitting, and they just, you know, they just routed the Raptors and just slapped them from jump. You know what I'm saying? Then now you add the fact that it was kind of close, but then now it even went worse and changed even more when now you had the whole, you know, OG doing a body slam, doing a rock bottom, doing a suplex. What do you want to call, spine buster? Whatever you want to call it. When he did that with Schroder, and you know, OG and Dennis Schroder, that altercation, man. Honestly, I was laughing. That was hilarious to me. I honestly thought that was probably one of the most fakest altercations I've ever seen, because no man was trying to have an altercation. No man was trying to fight. Schroder and OG wasn't trying to fight. They weren't trying to, and then it just changed into something else that it wasn't supposed to be. And even then, it wasn't, like, it was one of the most pump fake altercations I've ever seen. Like, one, you know, OG, when he actually landed, you know, sorry, he got held by Dennis Schroder, and Schroder was trying to hold him, like, you know, trying to hard foul, but then OG's kind of off balance and stumbling, and Dennis is holding him while he's doing that, and then OG's trying to, you know, when now he's getting up, he's just holding him as supporting to get up. Like, he didn't just get up, he's holding him to, like, get up. And all of a sudden, Dennis Schroder, being frail and being a baby, basically just got flipped. His legs just got flipped because OG just getting up. He's not like he actually, like, tried to pick him up. He was holding to get up, and then Dennis just flipped. I don't know if he's trying to flop. I don't know if he's just frail like that and OG just that deezed. I don't know what it was, but at the end of the day, he just got carried like a baby and got flipped. And then when he got flipped, even OG, like, he didn't even realize, because he's not even looking, and then he places him. He even placed him to the floor. He didn't throw him. He didn't toss him. He didn't suplex him like it was wrestling. He just he was like placing him to the floor, like, God damn. And then even like, yo, what's going on here? My fault, fam. My fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know you're going to just be frail like that, or you're lightweight. Like, I thought, like, I could, like, pick myself up with aggression. Like, it's like when someone, you know, they put their hands in and you lift yourself up. A lot of times, if a guy is being frail and he's putting his hand up to lift you up from the floor, and you actually put your hands and you lift up, you could pull that guy down. You've seen that so many times, or a guy slips and you pull him down. But if he's strong and he holds it, he can lift you up easily. And you can even lift up to where you're like, you know, you bounce up and you're like your springboard, right? So that's literally what it was. He was trying to get up and holding him, dropped him, tried to hold him. And then obviously Dennis Schroder now gets up hella quick, because Dennis Schroder realizes on national TV, I basically just got sunned. I got treated. He basically was treating me like a toddler. Like, Gerber, you better serve her. The fact that he just tossed me like that so easily, now his mind is like, really? You're not gonna stop me like that? And he's trying to defend himself and whatever. And you know, Harold just looks and just all flip, and then all became a push. And OG's even like, what's dog? Yo, like, it's not, no, I didn't mean to do that. And then Trent is pushing, you know what I mean? Like, they're just trying to defend the honor and whatever. But it's one of the most pump fake altercations. It was never needed to get to that point. Was never that serious. And even the point that it got to was never that serious. Like, it was actually so fugazi. It was unwarranted. It wasn't even like, it's one of, like, that's why you heard Dwayne Wade say that was cute. Like, this not, like, come on now. That's like, it wasn't even a real, like I'd rather take the Ibaka and the Marquise Chris. Like, that's, you know, like, man, they're cheese. Then, like, it's actually like, you have a reason to, like, I'm coming to end you today. You know, that this wasn't one of those. So it was actually just hilarious to me. I was dying, man. I was actually dying. But now OG gets, you know, ejected, and Trez, and obviously OG, you know, being a perimeter defender and stuff like that, it obviously affects the Raptors more. And then it was just basically a blowout. They tried to come back, you know, and have heart. And you always rate the Raptors for that because they're never going to throw in the towel. You know what I'm saying? Because they were down as much as like 34, whatever it was. But like the fact that they came back, only lost by 9, they tried. But, you know, it was one of those games where like this blowout was destined, because if the Lakers are hitting shots like that and your game plan is to let them hit shots, like what, you're going to now not let them hit shots and let them eat in the paint? Like that's when they become, that's one of those times where it's just like it's an anomaly. It's just going to be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't really see too much into that. Obviously that happens sometimes. You know, you just get routed because mans are just on fire. It's like, God damn, yo. And that's what happens with this new league, with a lot of threes and a lot of like the arsenal and the ability is just so potent that a blowout like that can happen at the ball at any time, especially when you can't hand check and you can't be physical defensively. A blowout can happen at the blink of an eye because mans are just splashy, if you ask me. So, you know, the Raptors tried, but I'm not even gonna roast them that much for that one, because like the Lakers aren't supposed to hit like that. They're not supposed to. They're not. So every man was frying, you know what I'm saying, and splashing. So, you know, that's one of those you just, we got blown out, go to the next, right? Go to the next. And now that, you know,